Alrighty, I'm going to shock everyone this morning by. This is what I mainly like to do. First, I need to find some good lighting. Oh my god. Is that good lighting? No, that'll do. That'll do, I suppose. I've got my coffee as well this morning. I'm in a secret location, hiding from the police. No, not really, silly. I'm not hiding from the police because why would this be against the law? Why would this be against the law? So all the people that got together and tried to sell you a vaccine that killed a lot of you, and look, I am sympathetic, but this has been a nightmare for me. And so making it funny kind of makes it like I'm like, I can do this again tomorrow. Of course I can. Yeah, all those people that got together and were like, get the vaccine. They're now doing something else. And they're not just on the internet. And this is where I'm going to explain to a lot of you the art of marketing and the art of sales, which is what I do. You know, I've done it since I was a wee little tucker. I've always been pretty good at sales and marketing. As long as like the whole world isn't calling me a small fringe minority and saying that I'm trying to kill your grandma. That is called defamation. When defamation is used against you, it makes your sales abilities go way down. So what you'll notice is that I'm not actually participating in defamation. I'm just making a example of a different industry that is following this same trend, but with a slight little twist. See, there's marketing and then there's like a cult, right? And if you're marketing a cult, then you are in fact marketing a cult, yeah? And this industry is solar panels. If you think, right, do this. Somebody yesterday just like knocked on the door where I am in my secret location and they said, hey, do you want to buy some solar panels? And this is like, most of them stay-at-home mums will understand this. They'll be like, actually, yeah, like that's happened 5 times in the last fucking week. That's because China brought a lot of solar panels here and the Labour Party said, we'll help you sell them. It's exactly like what Peter Garrett did with insulation. Because Labour, always get those two mixed up. They are retarded, which is a technical term, with their conception of marketing, which means that they have they have not understood the landscape that marketing is going in. But anyway, so a lot of marketing now has been done by influencers because it's cheap, because influencers don't need light or food or water or a cage. They provide their own cage. And so, yeah, you can just sneak some fucking $1 bills under the door, roughly point them in the right direction, and they will go for their life. But this is what influencers do. They call it global warming. Global warming, we need solar panels, is the same. They're the front-facing online equivalent to the person that knocks on your door and tries to close the deal, tries to seal the deal. This is marketing. This is China made a lot of solar panels. And now they're trying to sell them to you by telling you that the world is going to explode. This now that we're not talking about something going in my body, so you all stop thinking about something going in my body, right? Because most of these are really pretty girls and they're like, oh my God, something's going in my body. You buy global warming. And then you buy a solar panel on your fucking roof. I kid you not. But for me, see, what I'm selling is a big thing. Like in Tasmania, it worked. It won't work here because we don't have the wonderful ocean around us. And like we are on an island, but the island's too big. Unless we did it from Rottnest, I'll tell you, it would bloody work in Rottnest. We could turn Rottnest into a power centre. Do you know that? Yeah. Yes, we could. We could turn Rodnest into a global power centre with the same technology that I tried to sell to Tasmania. I went all the way there. And I didn't tell you that the world was going to, it's just a better technology. And nobody wants to do anything that's any good. Because there's too many solar panels here. So they have to tell you that the world's ending. I don't think the world's ending, but I've got a pretty good idea to make some electricity. Some lecky. In the industry, we call it lecky-lek. Might sound childish, but that is the technical term that we use in the electricity manufacturing industry. We call it lecky-lek. And you got to be careful around these parts. I go, mate, I've got some lecky-lek for you. I've got an idea how to make some lecky-lek. We can do this thing, make some lecky-lek. We all have a bit of lecky-lek, but those solar panel dealers, those dealers of solar panel, they're going to keep telling us that the sky's falling, man. And that their solar panels are going to protect them from the sky falling. It's not fucking rocket science, okay? All these systems follow the same trend, whether it's an antivirus on your computer, whether it's an antivirus in your arm, or whether it's a solar panel protecting you from the sun. Get it? Global, it's like this other global warming. Oh my God, if I put some panels of glass on my roof that make electricity, I'm going to be saved from global warming. And then meanwhile, China's just like, we only know how to do one thing. Pinwheels and solar panels. That's a fucking shit Chinese accent. I'm sorry to all the fucking real OG China people. Because that was fucking shit. That was a disgrace. You're not a disgrace. The OG China, that's the 99% of China. They're fucking awesome legends. As soon as somebody cuts their fucking hot air balloon, they're just going to fucking re-emerge back into what's left of their temples that haven't been fucking drowned by building a giant dam, which was also for electricity. Electricity is a fucking bullshit scam as well. At the moment, mostly what I need electricity for, and I've lived like this for like 2 years. Here's a bit different because I'm getting a little bit spoiled. But, yeah, is to do this and to watch things in order to see what you're all doing to stop communism. Because if I go live on the farm with no electricity, it's going to be wonderful. Or have my, really easy. Like the thought process around getting electricity is not all that big. It's like, get electricity. Okay, done. It's all you suburbanites and all you urbanites and all you city dwellers that are fucking like just having a big old cult fucking wank fest. And we don't live, like, our demographic here is different. You live on a little fucking speck. You live on a speck. Stop talking about the fucking world. Sphere of influence. You know what I mean? This was all good when it was like, I'm going to paint the front porch like a nice apricot colour. That was fine. When you're doing this, it's out of scale. And this is, again, coming from someone who I've had to sit in people's living rooms or the kitchens and wait, or they have these fucking dramatic conversations about, and I'm blowing, this is it, this is my, I fucking cannot sell splashbacks in this town anymore because of this. While you have dramatic conversations like fucking you negotiating between major powers in your kitchen about the fucking shade of your splashback, you fucking absolute cunts. There we go. That's it. No more. I can never sell a fucking splashback again. See what I sacrifice for all of us? If you're living on a tiny fucking speck, wanking off and fucking, so your bottled fucking water that comes in glass bottles from Italy is fucking slightly cooler than the ambient fucking environment, and you're whinging about the world breaking and we need to buy Chinese fucking solar panels, you're wrong. You're fucking just wrong. Go camping. We need like emergency camping centres where it's just like, someone goes there, it's like, well, oh my God, can I plug my phone in? It's like, you just plug your phone in there, love. You ride the fucking treadmill for 5 minutes, your phone will be charged. Well, where do I get water? You get water there from that rainwater tank. right there. And then the dad knocks on the door. He's like, where do I watch teenage girls in war zones sticking plastic vibrators in their vagina? And I'm like, Gary, over there, mate. Over there. Don't worry about it. The Wi-Fi is still, in fact, cranking. No, I don't. I go, mate, if you don't put that fucking phone down and pleasure your wife over there, somebody else is going to take her away from you. Because she is a wonderful woman and you've neglected her with all the porn, and that is why she has had to hyper-focus on this conceptual issue of global warming, and she's been at home and she's been getting bombarded by those solar panel salesmen that knock on the bloody door and they knock on her bloody subconscious like this. They're just like, buy solar panels because the world is going to die. Buy a vaccine because your children are going to die. Buy... It's all marketing. It's all marketing. You know this fucking... Do you know the vaccine for marketing? For women being susceptible to marketing? And this new type of marketing that changes their entire worldview and makes them fucking vicious, like, mercenaries for a death fucking concept of communism? Do you know the antidote for that? Do you know the vaccine? You make her come. You make her fucking come. What's she meant to do? All that fucking orgasm. Women do have sex toys. They do have, like, porn, but that's not their thing. They need to have, it's a whole thing. And if you're not doing it, then the marketers are doing it. And that's what's happened. They created global warming with all their pent up fucking orgasms. And think how that is for me, like as someone that has mastered the art, the skilled art. Not always. Sometimes there are some tough cookies to crack or nuts to crack. Wrong pictures. I'm drawing the wrong picture here. There are some beautiful, very women that are just, they're like Alcatraz, the opposite to Alcatraz. They're like Fort Knox trying to get that orgasm out. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where's your orgasm? Tell me. And they're like, no, I just don't know where it is. Or maybe it's that. And this is the problem as well, because they don't fucking know, and you don't know, and then there's a whole bunch of other fucking people telling, fucking choke her and bloody punch her in the face. That's wrong as well, usually, except for the odd case. That's a room that you fucking slowly walk into. You don't just fucking dive off into it. Because that's another thing. Have you heard about that? It's like, expose tons of men to fucking pornography where women are getting choked, and then women have realised that they can sort this out. They're like, that guy's got a fucking Ferrari. I'm going to tell him that I like being choked, and then tell some people with guns that, in fact, I didn't like being choked. And that's a porn in itself. If you conceptualise out of the horrific nature that this is probably going on in horrific ways, but if we can say that maybe 25% of them aren't real, how is that any different to what I saw as a kid when these women were getting caught in with football teams? And everyone was like, she wanted it, meh. So now they've decided that they don't go get fucked in a hotel room by football teams. They lure the rich guy in to the hotel, tell him that she wants to be choked, and then tell the police, which is like a football team filled with armed mercenaries, usually from other countries, usually collectively held by the profits derived from selling solar panels and vaccines, that they didn't like getting choked. And I think for the women's mind, like, women are mentally stimulated. So this is fucking like, they probably go home and, yeah. They're like, oh my God, I've lured that guy in and now he's going to be eviscerated by these other strong policemen. That's what happens when you don't make your wife come or your girlfriend come. Yeah? Just because you have the porn doesn't mean your fucking job is that you don't. It's not like men. I think men are like, oh, I'll just mow the lawn and pay the rent and pay the fucking whatever, and that's it. It's like, no, mate, no. Actually, in this day and age, women should just be doing that themselves. The one thing you've got to do is make her fucking come. Not for me. Because if the women of the world, if the wives of the world, if the women that hold the power, the mothers and the wives, if they don't start fucking having amazing fucking orgasms really soon, we're going to literally be solar paneled in. They are now 10% of the way to completely encapsulating us with Chinese solar panels. The danger of us not noticing the last 10% and us being enclosed within a bubble built purely by solar panels, like a greenhouse that grows people to buy more solar panels in a perpetual like cult. And I'll be like, oi, just come outside. And they'll be like, shut up, the global warming is getting me. And then they'll be like, we've all decided that we need another layer to be installed in the solar panel. And they'll be like, that's stupid, solar panels don't work like that. The first layer blocks out the sun of the second layer, and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And I'm like, I just have to run around like, until they all have orgasms and they tear the fucking wall down. That's the fucking Berlin Wall up there. Solar panels. That is the Berlin fucking Wall of communist fucking distributed fucking insanity, is the fucking solar panels on the roof. It is so stupid. Do you know your water heater? That takes most of your electricity. And do you know what heats water? The sun. The sun heats water. So you could literally take one little bit of unused land or the fucking roadside in every fucking suburb, make hot water and then pipe it to the houses. And then you don't need. It's like something like in some suburban houses as well, it's upwards of 80% of your power bill is to heat water. This is the biggest scam in every fucking world that there's ever been. This is just a fucking absolute fucking scam. The next is in Australia is the fucking air conditioners, because they use, if it's not hot water, it's air conditioners. Now those air conditioners, and I should know because my dad sold parts for air conditioners. See, a fridge is okay, but an air conditioner is a mental fucking virus in Australia, because this is the crazy bit. It's warming because you cut down all the trees and the sun is hitting your house directly in summer. And so you put some glass there, which doesn't do anything to stop the sun. It just makes power so you can run your air conditioner. It's for anyone out there, I might drive just down the suburbs and take pictures of black roofs with solar panels on them. Like, I kid you not. It's like, it's not much different. Like, imagine somebody was like, enemas where you stick coffee up your bum and it supposedly makes you feel better. If you got someone who was like, hey, have you been having enemas? And do you like coffee? But are you sick of wasting your enema coffee? Well, sit down and listen. With our new patented 1.5 meters of tube, we can close that loop finally and sustainably provide you with all the coffee you need for your nourishment in the morning. And all the enema coffee that comes out of your ass will be sustainably reused. And if you don't like drinking coffee, we will give you a credit for your enema coffee, and we will sell it to people on the internet. That's the fucking thing that's going to happen. Because I've said that now, that will echo out into the world. That's why you got to be so careful what you say. That's going to echo out into the world, and now there will be OnlyFans women that will be selling glass jars filled with their enema coffee. And I highly doubt that I'm the first one to think of that, and so it's probably already out there. But that is what solar panels are, and that is what global warming is. It's like the weird, and I just can't understand. I mean, I just don't know. Maybe they're paying them a lot, but they do pay influencers a lot. And I think people need to start saying if they're getting paid to sell solar panels. Or they just need to they need to show they're doing maths. I'll just make them sit in go sit in that black fucking box out in the sun, right? And then I'll shade them with a solar panel, and then I'll shade them with a tree. And they'll be like, plant a fucking tree. Plant a fucking tree. Plant a tree and put fucking pipes in the road, which is black, which is this big thermal battery of itself. Do you know our roads are already a battery? It's just no one knows how to do anything. All our road system, our entire road system, is the biggest battery on Earth, but we do not use it because China wants to make solar panels. Now, these solar panels that they've already made, it's not like we're actually in this. We just need to, and I'm like wanting to tell China, I'm like, listen, you know the pinwheels, the little plastic ones that, and the solar panels, I think we're going to be done with them. And I started telling them 2 years ago. Trying to send a message into that. It's hard to get a message into China, but I did it. And I said, fucking just settle down. We're going to change everything. And everyone forgets, if you're not in that thing, no one realizes that can happen. Everyone just thinks we're going into this fucking utopian solar panel filled fucking like a sketch in some, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculousness, and it all tracks back to women not fucking coming. And I think a vibrator come is different. They don't want to just come. They're not like us. They want to come by being seduced and being erotically supercharged, and then release that in some beautiful passionate held. They want to be held, and it's probably so do men. It's I'm saying this about women they're this different thing. It's no, men are just they just stopped caring. They stopped trying. They're like, well, if I really worry about being held while I come, I'm going to die. They need to be, yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird how the world can be arranged wrong. And how hard it is to shift it back because there's so much money being spent. It's this is the collateral damage of marketing that is never being taken into account. If fucking one helicopter accidentally shoots a fucking kindergarten in fucking some other country, everybody's fucking talking about it. It's oh my God, did you see that? But if the entire social fucking cohesion of the Western world is disrupted by marketers, it's impossible because it's this is billions of dollars being spent, billions, just everywhere, just oh, and I'm oi, stop fucking making solar panels, you dickheads, and put some pipes in the road. And you'd think that'd be easy. In my world, that feels like it should be easy. Because it's just pipes and it's just a road. There's not a lot of things that can go wrong. The road is already kind of a sacrificial place. Who knows what the chemicals are that's on that fucking road? It's got cars screaming back and forth. No one's fucking, trying to grow a veggie garden on the in the road that isn't on meth. There's probably a few meth heads that are trying to do that. They're like, look at me, celery, going in the fucking Mitchell freeway. They said I couldn't do it. I snuck out there with celery seeds in the crack on Mitchell freeway. Now I'm looking fucking, I'm going to have celery juice. That might be happening. Because we do have a meth problem. And the meth problem, in my mind, is far scarier than the global warming problem. unless we find out that meth heads somehow make electricity. And they do. We can, in fact, solve this. We can put all our meth heads on treadmills. And I think a meth head in this day on a treadmill or on a bike, exercise bike, can create enough electricity to power an entire suburb. And so that's why aren't we doing that? Roger Cook's dad literally makes meth heads. Or he did. And Roger does as well. It's like, that's what he turned our school into. He said, you know what's wrong with those schools? Not enough meth. Not enough meth. And then like stood there. I'm not even shitting you. He stood there dressed in a fucking suit and received applause for that. Our schools have a serious lack of methamphetamine. Let's get some more methamphetamine into our schools. And then it's like, he's like, thank you. But this happened 30, 40 years ago. And now we're like, I just want to knock on Roger's door and go, Rog, can we get the meth out of the school, mate? Because it didn't work. It didn't fucking work. All that meth in the schools eventually leads to meth in the streets. Anyway, this wasn't particularly funny. When I just do them like this, I'm always in my head. I'm like, should I go for funny or should I go for serious? Should I be theatrical or should I just be calm and composed? And this was somewhere in the middle. And if I go somewhere in the middle, it's shit, in my opinion. But again, it might be good. But yeah, so the key takeaway points, if I had an animator, if I had like an assistant that would put these in, or if I remember, is get the meth out of schools. Where's the fucking... There. Meth out of schools. Solar panels out of our consciousness. Global warming is a marketing scam, and women need to be held while they come.